Hey everyone, I just got off of the Carnival Celebration and we are going to debrief and do a quick review. Let's go. Hey everyone, John here from Byte Size Cruises. Welcome to our channel. If you are new here, thanks so much for coming to check out this video. We are a travel agency. We go on cruises just about every month. We do these videos just to give you the best information possible about cruising so that you can plan and go on one of these amazing cruise vacations. So today we're going to talk all about the Carnival Celebration. Just a little warning in advance, I just got off the ship this morning. It is 8:20 at night on January the 19th. It was a little bit of a hectic day getting back to Philadelphia. A lot of snow going on here. Was worried about delays and different things. Did get home. I landed right as the Eagles game was ending, and the airport for me is on the other side of the stadium, so I had to come back through that traffic. Wasn't fun, and I got a little bit of the cruise crud. I don't know if I have a flu or something I caught on board the Celebration. It's okay. But bear with me if you hear me cough or anything. I'm going to try to cut those out. But so let's talk a little bit about our review and debrief here. Let me give you a quick rundown of how these go. Generally, we talk about a list of things. They are the embarkation, the ship, the service, the entertainment, the itinerary, the food, disembarkation, and last but not least, a new one is the people. I started this on the last cruise because it's one of these things that I dig into when we talk about who the ship is for, but I really do like to give a little bit up front here so you have a good understanding about what this ship is all about. So without further ado, let's talk about the embarkation. We left out of Miami. We flew in 2 days early on this one. I was worried about snow on the front end and we wound up getting snow on the back end. So we wound up staying in Miami for 2 days, which was really, really delightful. We got to the cruise terminal at an 11:30 check-in time with Carnival. Carnival is the one cruise line that's fairly strict about times. They will put you in an early or late line or on time. We got there, we pulled up at 11:25. We literally walked right in the on time. We went through security. It took about 15-20 minutes to get through like the initial check-in line. We waited a little bit there. We went through the dog sniffing thing. First of all, there's going to be a lot of little asides here with Carnival. For all of the bad things that people talk about Carnival, and we'll get into some of those because some of those are legitimate. The drugs, the fighting, the people drunk, the Walmart of the seas, you've heard them all, right? So they have these drug dogs come in. It's the only cruise line that I've ever experienced. I've been on 74, 75 cruises, whatever it is at this point. It's the only cruise line that has drug dogs walk up. Here's the thing. You stand there, they tell you to put your bags out in front, and then the dogs smell the bags. Well, they don't smell you. So if you have drugs, you could put them on you and then easily put them back in your bag or hide them or do whatever you're doing. I have no idea, especially if you're bringing edibles or anything like that, or vapes. I have no idea. I don't understand. I think it's, at this point, I just think it's for show. It's like checking off some boxes. Because at the end of the day, what I really believe is that if Carnival wanted to fix their reputation and fix the problems that they have, they could. I think they choose not to. I think they know their audience and they're fine with it. And I don't necessarily have a huge problem with that. If you know, look, they're going to be a little more rowdy, there might be some fights, there might be some people doing drugs, but that's okay. These are our people and we're good with it. I guess I'm kind of okay with that. You know your audience, and as long as you're okay taking those PR hits and having people talk about you, it's all good. So embarkation, we got through that part of it, the dog and pony show. Literally. We walked and we waited a little bit. There was a little bit of a bottleneck after security. We waited maybe like 15-20 minutes in a little bottleneck there where people were getting like pictures taken and stuff. And then we wound around through the terminal and we were on the ship within 30 minutes. I think we got on the ship around 12:15, so about 45 minutes from when we were dropped off at the port. To me, that's not bad at all. Miami's very efficient. It was not an unenjoyable process. It was fine. It wasn't frustrating or anything. We were on the ship and good to go. So let's go through our next topic, which is the ship. The Carnival again, I apologize. I'm definitely sick. So I'm just trying to push through this before if it gets worse. So the Carnival Celebration is a beautiful cruise ship. I was on Jubilee last year in January. It's very, very similar. It's almost an identical ship with some slight variations in decor in certain areas, but for the most part, felt very, very familiar to me. The ship is only a few years old. It looks beautiful. It looked just as beautiful as the Jubilee. Some things I like about the Jubilee a little bit better, not important, but for the most part, identical ships, identical restaurants, all of that stuff, and I really, really thought the ship was beautiful. Well maintained. Everything looks great around the cruise ship. It is situated well, too. There are not too many spots on the ship that get overcrowded. I do think Deck 8 gets a little bit crowded. We'll talk about that as we do the vlogs and the different reviews of entertainment, food. But there's a little bit of a bottleneck there, and the casino gets very, very crowded. It's a Carnival thing. And again, just to give you a quick rundown, after this video today, there will be vlogs. So there will be a vlog for the first 6 days of the cruise, where we show you all the things that we've done all day, all the different foods that we ate, all the different things that we've done, all the shows we go to. We'll do those, and then after that, I will do a review of the entertainment, specifically all the shows, every restaurant, specialty dining restaurant we went to, all the included food, who the ship is for, all those fun things will be coming in the next week or two. So jump in there and watch some of those if that's of any interest to you at all, if you're going on Celebration and you want a little bit of an insider view. When I do these, I do try to put myself in the shoes of like someone who's going on the cruise for the first time, or somebody who's enjoying Carnival for the first time. So I try not to come at it from a jaded standpoint, but I do have, you know, information. So that will bleed out a little bit. So next up, let's talk about the service on board the ship. By and large, I thought the service was incredible. When we were on Venezia last June, I thought the service on Jubilee was wonderful last year. Venezia in June, I thought the service was not good. People looked like they were beaten down. It was a 4-day cruise. I mentioned it in there. We talked to some people that they thought that the guests were abusive to them. It was just not a great experience. They looked like they were just done. Even I thought the cruise director looked cooked. I had Kindle Fire on Jubilee. She was awesome. And now we had Marty, who was on Celebration. He was fantastic. The fun team was great. Jarrell was great. He did a lot of the games and things that we went to, a lot of the dancing. Our room steward was amazing. His name was Trevor. Everybody that we ran into, all the specialty dining staff, we had Benedicto and Panda at Rudy Seagrill. They were both fantastic as well. Again, I apologize for my voice and coughing or anything. But all the different service that we received on board the ship was excellent. Next up, let's talk about the entertainment. The entertainment on board the ship was very, very, very good. The cast on board the ship is excellent. Great singers, great dancers, got some aerialists. There was a magician on board. I don't really do magicians, but people seem to be really enjoying that. We went to the show. It is what it is. I've seen those like hypnotist magician shows so many times. So again, I try not to be jaded. I come at the perspective of, I'm looking around, I'm observing what people think. People seem to love it. The production shows, there are a couple weird shows, and there are a couple spectacular shows. They were all worth going to. All the shows were between 30 and 45 minutes, which is great if you have like that attention span where, okay, it's enough is enough. I do find that people don't go to the shows as much on Carnival as they do on Royal or Norwegian. Comedy obviously is huge. I will say that when I was on Jubilee and Venezia, 2 of the comedians that were on Celebration were on Venezia and Jubilee. So I've seen them twice in the past year. So I didn't go to those comedy shows. Piano Bar, fantastic. Scott was in the Piano Bar. He was great. Family Feud is great. It's a must-see if you're on board the ship. Of course, they do Deal or No Deal, Bingo, all those other things. But the entertainment, double thumbs up. We'll do a full review of all the shows and everything that we saw in the entertainment review. Next up, let's talk about the itinerary. We went out of Miami. We had a sea day, then we did Amber Cove, San Juan, St. Thomas, and then 2 sea days back. I don't love 2 sea days back. I feel like it gets a little depressing. One is good, but the ports we went to were all great. Amber Cove is in the Dominican Republic, right by Puerto Plata. San Juan is amazing. It's one of my favorite cruise ports. And St. Thomas is a fun port if you want to walk around, do some shopping, do some snorkeling, beach, whatever you're into for the day. So very good itinerary. The food, I'm telling you, Carnival continues to blow me away with their food. Specialty dining was spectacular. We ate at Rudy Sea Grill twice. We'll do full reviews on that. Excellent. Fahrenheit 555, excellent. We ate at all the free ones, Chibang, Cucina del Capitano, the deli, pizza. I don't love Carnival's pizza. It's fine. It's drunk pizza. It's more drunk pizza than Sorrento's on Royal, but it's totally fine. Late night, getting drunk pizza, totally get it. Guy's Burger, spectacular. We went there 3 times. It was spectacular. Blue Iguana, very good. Street eats there. They have a seafood shack. They have bao buns and some dumplings during the day those things are included. Shack's Chicken, excellent. It's included. So many things to eat. I thought the food was by and large great. We only went to the dining room for breakfast or brunch. We didn't do dinner in the main dining room. I generally don't do dinner in the main dining room. We did the buffet a few times. It's the buffet. I can't stand it. It's chaotic. There's dirty people, hence me sick. I just don't enjoy the buffet. It's just not for me. If I can get to the buffet before anyone else gets in there, it's awesome. I love the food selection. I love everything that's going on. But from day 1 to day 7 on Carnival Celebration, it was packed, chaotic, and just a nightmare. And really, like, there was a few times where we went in, we were intending on eating there, and we just went somewhere else. It was just out of control. So, but the food, all the different things that you could eat are all fantastic. So far, everything is awesome. And this was kind of like a Carnival redemption thing for me after going on Venezia. Next up, I'm going to skip people. We'll come back to that, and let's talk about Disembarkation. Very smooth. So Carnival does digital debark now. I'll talk about that a lot when we're doing our vlog and in some of our other videos. But basically on like day 3 or 4, you just pick when you want to leave the ship. If you're walking off, you pick a time that you would like to walk off, and that's it. We picked the latest time. Our flights were in the afternoon. We picked like 9:30. At about 8:30, we were sitting, just hanging out in the casino, and one of the fun team members came and said, "Do you have all your luggage?" And we said, "Yeah." And they said, "You can go. There's not really a line." It wasn't. It was about 5 minutes, and we were off the ship. Got an Uber. We're at the airport in 20 minutes. So everything there was great. Let's talk about the people. I've come to the conclusion in my travels now over the past 20 years of cruising. I've been on all the different cruise lines: Carnival, Princess, Norwegian, Holland, Silversea, Royal Caribbean, MSC, you name it. I've been on those cruise lines. I love to cruise. So no matter what's going on, I'm going to have a good time. Here's what I will say. On Carnival, out of Miami, out of New York was a complete nightmare. It was a 4-day cruise. It was a booze cruise. It rained. There was a lot of variables there, right? Texas, going on Jubilee out of Texas, was a really interesting crowd. You had a lot of people from the South. You did have some of a foreign element, not much. Carnival's still like 90-some% American. Going out of Miami, I found the people to be the Carnival people, for whatever it's worth. There were so many delightful people that we met. We met tons of great people, but there are those people that are going to ruin the cruise for some people. The like people vaping weed on the pool deck and not even in the smoking area. The people just out of control, drunk in the restaurants with no shoes, no socks, no shirt. Just wild stuff. We saw some wild stuff. On day 1, somebody threw up in the hand washing sink. at lunch on day one. At lunch. So look, here's what I said when we were on the cruise. You'll hear it in some of the vlogs. I said, my new tagline is Carnival, you'll see some stuff. You know, you're going to see some wild things. There are going to be people that aggravate you, maybe. There are going to be people that drive you nuts. There's going to be people that are out of control drunk. It is what it is. That's my new normal with Carnival. I will continue to go on Carnival. It's part of what we do. We're checking out all these different things. We're sailing on all the cruise lines. And like I said, all of the other things I loved. The entertainment was very good. The Celebration Central, that middle spot that they have a Jubilee and all the Excel class ships, it's amazing as a secondary venue for shows and stuff. So many things that I love. I could do without some of the people. Not all the people. Like I said, we met awesome people. At every turn, we met awesome people. So, yeah, so that's it. There are a contingent of people that will be the Carnival people. That are the reason that Carnival gets the reputation that it does. It's not a good or bad thing. By the end of the cruise, I said, Judy and I were talking about it, and I said, I had a really great time. I did, other than getting sick and stuff. I had a really great time on this cruise. But I will say, if I was going on vacation, these are not vacation for me, I'm working. Do I have a great time? Of course. A little more vacation for Judy than it is for me. She takes time off work. She's enjoying herself for the most part, other than dealing with me, trying to get video like the ship tour and the different things done. But by the end of the cruise, I said to myself, this is not the cruise line that I would pick to go on vacation if I was paying for my vacation. So did I have a great time? Yes. Will everyone have a great time on Carnival? Yes. Look, if you love to party, have a great time, be in that environment where it's wild, you're going to see some wild, it's great. You're going to love it. And I had a great time. It's just not what it's not the cruise line that I would go towards first. That's it. I will continue to cruise Carnival. I had a wonderful time. Judy had a great time. I was worried about Judy. Her only cruise had been on Symphony. We set a high bar. It was an amazing cruise. She had a great time. It was great. But by the end, we were tired of some of the people. One other point that I want to point out, I'm going to load up all these. I love the Carnival still does the paper. It's amazing. It's great. You get to see everything that's going on the night before. Something really nice about it, tangible. It's a boomer thing, right? Some Gen X. I like the paper. Got my fun little pin. We did Carnival Kitchen. Highlight of the cruise, cooking class. It was amazing. We had a great time. I wish I would have done 2 or 3 of those. So great. We met really nice people there. Dwayne and his wife, Cindy. They were fantastic. I met one of our subscribers, Alan. He came up to me on the last day and donated $10 to our Give a Cruise Away fund. So look, and we have tons of subscribers that go on Carnival all the time. It's a great time. You will have an amazing time on this ship. The itineraries are great. The cruise director was great. The entertainment was great. The food was great. The ship's beautiful. The service was great. You're just going to see some stuff. If you're good with that, you're good with Carnival Celebration. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to try to get my life in order here, and hopefully I will feel better within the next few days. I have another 2 cruises next month, so we're back on the horse after that. But please, if you got any value out of this, we would love for you to subscribe. Come along and join us on this journey. We love cruising. We want you to go and have amazing cruise vacations. And Carnival Celebration is an amazing ship. So come check it out. We're going to do vlogs all week, and then we'll have all our other videos. Thanks again so much for watching. Happy cruising. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.